Okay, y'all, this is a review of this Asolo approach and day hike shoe, the Eldo Mid LTH GV, which is Asolo is a really good brand. They're high quality, but this is designed to be light. So they're around a pound each, which is 453 grams. The size 8 is the one they measure for their specs. It's only like 412 grams, but this is a size 13, which is the smallest size that I can wear. And some manufacturers, and Asolo is one of them. And the reason I don't get a bigger boot is because I wear really thin socks with these. These are designed for like day hiking, not heavy. But I still got a mid because I wanted some ankle protection. Both from water, because I like to walk through streams and stuff, and then also because of abrasion resistance. So it's a Gore-Tex sock bootie in there, which people that are familiar with this, that's that right there. That's Gore-Tex, and it has this Vibram Tech sole, and this is the upper is a suede, which is 1.5 to 1.7 millimeters thick, and it's silicone impregnated, which is how they kind of waterproof leather, different types of leather. And as you guys probably know already, the suede is not the toughest part of the leather. It's the lower layers that are closer to the inside of the animal. And so it's not as durable as no-buck or full grain leather, but they do this because it's lighter. You want a light boot if you're going to do quick day hikes and things like that, or literally you might jog or run down the hill. One thing that I was a little bit surprised with this is that the Mega Grip compound on the sole is it's not luggy. It's not anywhere near as luggy as I thought it would be in person. You can see these are really pretty small. This is pretty hard, or harder than it looks. This is the climbing zone up here, which this is softer, and then this front piece is relatively hard. But these are two. I don't know if they're two different compounds, but they're two different finishes. This is like a brushed finish. And this is the rand right here. Really, this is normally referred to as the rand, but this has this protects the boot. So if you're walking through rocks, which is another thing I do a lot of, this boot doesn't. I'm a heavy person. I weigh well over 200 pounds, and I'll tear up a boot here. I blow out my Solomons here, and I won't buy another pair because they just seem like they've gotten lower quality. But this from walking on rocks on the beach, but for miles, long ways. So, and multiple days, and it did a number on my on those shoes. These wouldn't have a problem at all because that whole area is protected. So, in addition, this is polyurethane. It's called, they say, PU Rand on it, and it also has a monodensity or singular density midsole that's designed to kind of protect your feet from rocks and things poking up. And then they use what they call their Asoflex AG polyurethane lasting board, and that's supposed to help with torsional rigidity and support, but also provide good underfoot cushion, which is, they're referring more to this ATEC or whatever Vibram sole there. And one thing that you'll find with shoes that are kind of hybrid approach and light hikers is some of them don't have enough cushion on the soles. They're not good for hiking all day. Because these seem to have enough, and I will definitely report back if it doesn't seem they do. I will do a follow-up video on these when I've got about 100 or 200 miles on them. But yeah, and they have this Ortholite liner in here. let's see, let's get this one out. This is the liner, which is supposed to be really breathable and, you know, good quality, helps make your foot more comfortable. These aren't, you know, these aren't going to last as long as, my normal hikers are La Sportiva Ridgeline, like 8-inch boots that are full Perwanger, no buck style leather, and they're quite, you know, it's 2.5 millimeters or so thick, and those will last hundreds of miles. These maybe realistically you'd probably get like 500, 700 miles out of them. With me, I destroy them faster because I'm so heavy. They can be resoled though, so if you've got enough cushion still and you're not losing support, and we'll see about that, you can resole them, which is unusual for a shoe like this. It's another nice thing about it. Let's see what else about these. Let's put them down here. This is like the top view here. Get the box out of the way. I'll show you guys that, whatever all that is. I just ripped off part of the, just shows their registration information and stuff. This is probably their inspection tag, but get that out of the way and we'll put those there. See the upright version of them. I like that they have these, pulling them on and off, and they call these cordon lacing system. In one article I read about these, they said these don't stay tied very well, so you have to double tie them. I'll probably just actually put a locker on here because it'll make it way easier. But I do like the way they lace. I tried this one on. I do like the way they lace up really easily. They slide through here. Another problem I've had with shoes that have non-metal or plastic here is that this can wear through in time. Obviously a cobbler could fix that, but you know, part of the goal here is not to put a bunch of money into your shoes. These things actually, the MSRP on these is, I think it's $250-ish, but they've been on sale for between $80 and $100 for at least a few weeks recently. I actually paid $80 for these at Steep and Cheap, which is a spectacular deal for a shoe of this high quality. And it's really hard for me to find my size in high quality shoes. So it's kind of a big deal. The Mega Grip is, people do rave about this sole. And I'll put that there so you can actually stop it and read that if you care. But it's supposed to be self-cleaning as well. And part of the reason it's self-cleaning is these are tiny. These lugs are tiny. And they're sloped out like this, so dirt and stuff can fall out of them. I'm wondering how this is going to wear, because of course I walk, and not of course, but I walk and this comes off first for me. This edge, the outside edge, and I forgot what you call that when somebody walks and drags that part when their heel strikes. But there's actually a name for that, and we'll see if this holds up over time. But I do like this climbing zone. This looks like it'll really grip rocks really well. You can kind of try to get it right on the edge so you can see how that looks. And then like through the back of the shoe there. And this is, the midsole is molded, so it's supposed to be, and the tongue is as well. So it's supposed to be, yeah, you can see there's your Gore-Tex booty right there. And they do say they're made in Vietnam, so it's an Italian company, but these are made in Vietnam. And that's not unusual for a lot of these. There's the bottom of the heel. So I can't really think of anything else to say about these. They weigh about half as much as like my Ridgelines, but those are 8-inch hiking boots that, you know, they're about two pounds each, and then they weigh less than a quarter, 20% of what my Pacific Northwest 8-inch loggers weigh. Those are 5 pounds each, just about. So this is a great, like you can wear these to the gym, you can wear them just, you know, out and about. They're better on warmer days, although I don't recommend Gore-Tex or leather for really hot days because your feet get hot in them. There's no doubt about it. I like a totally breathable mesh for just hot summer days. And if you want to keep your feet cool, that's the way to go. So, and you can just go to Ross or, you know, one of those stores and buy some Adidas or, you know, New Balance or something that have like a mesh upper for $30, $25, and just destroy those for like really light stuff. These are hopefully will last a lot longer. Hopefully I'll get 1,000 miles out of them. You know, whereas I'll plan on getting 5,000 miles out of my Pacific Northwest boots probably even before I have to resole them because I'm mostly off-road. And I imagine I'll get at least 2,000 miles out of my Ridge lines, which are also the La Sportivas, which are also resolable. And those are definitely worth resoling because they're very expensive boots. But for $80, this is a deal you can't pass up if you want a shoe or need a shoe like this. The you know, whereas the Ridge lines I think are $359 normally, and the Pacific Northwest boots, you know, $380 is about as cheap as you can get them for Drews, and everybody else out there is 50% more than that or double that. So this is a good compromise, especially if you just only want one pair of shoes for hiking, or you can't really afford it right now, and you want something that's going to last and is also stylish. But I think they look really cool from the front. They almost like, they're not really a lace to toe, which would come all the way down here, which looks like a bowling shoe. But these have that shape. And I also have a normal. I have a medium width on my feet. Like I normally just buy a medium normal. And these fit. They're snug, which I knew they would be, but I wear really thin socks with them, and they fit. I have a normal symmetrical foot, so these fit fine. If they were any smaller, my toe would bang off the front, but it just means you got to keep them laced tighter, which is fine with a boot like this because it forms to your foot. It gives a lot more than like a big full grain or no buck leather hiking boots. So I think that's it. And I think I mentioned I got these at steepandcheap.com, but also Backcountry has them, and I believe REI has them as well. So this is one of the top mountaineering brands, Asolo. The company's been around since 1975. And I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll try to answer them.